Welcome! Today we're looking at evidence-based strategies for how to engage young voters, specifically looking ahead to the 26 and 28 electoral cycles. This session is facilitated by Kelsey Fitzpatrick and heavily informed by the 26 DNC Playbook, alongside insights from Melissa Looney, a student organizer at the University of Tennessee. And now, from Kelsey. Taking a step back, my personal opinion is that we do too much bucketing of individuals and making sweeping assumptions about them. So, for all that we are about to discuss, it can be applied to most human interaction, and I believe it will foster deeper connection among people of all ages. Like most people, young people want to feel heard and respected. This is my Nana. When I turned 18, she called me and said, "Kelsey, you have to register to vote. Too many women fought for your right for you not to do it. I don't care how you register, but you need to." I went on to register as an independent in the lovely blue state of Delaware, where almost all elections are decided in closed primaries. Then in 2016, I made the biggest mistake of my life and voted for Jill Stein. At the time, I was a sophomore in college, and Jill Stein was the only candidate talking about an issue that directly affected me: student debt. After the 2016 election, I started paying attention and I started working and paying taxes. I finally figured out how primaries worked and re-registered as a Democrat. The first Trump administration opened my eyes and I felt I had to become more involved. After graduating in 2019, my first job was as one of the first field organizers in Iowa for Joe Biden. After that, I had the pleasure of working in the White House on the 2024 campaign, in the Senate, and now at Swing Left. This is me and my Nana in 2023, 8 years after her call to me to tell me to register to vote. It took one phone call from someone I love very much to get me to register. Imagine if someone had asked me questions about my perspective and why I wasn't registering, or why I didn't want to be tied to either party. The unfortunate news is, these days look a lot like they did after the 2016, the times that moved me from bystander to organizer. I'm excited to talk today about how we can up-level conversations with young voters in your life. Electoral shifts. Democrats' margin with young voters fell from Biden plus 24 in 20 to Harris plus 11 in 2024. Trump's gains among young men were especially striking. CNN's exit poll discussion noted men under 30 moved from backing Biden by 15 points in 2020 to backing Trump by 13 points in 2024. In Virginia, young voter turnout increased by percent from 2021. In New Jersey, young voter turnout increased by % compared to the 2021 gubernatorial elections. According to exit polls, 70% of youth backed Democrat Abigail Spanberger, and 69% supported Democrat Mickey Sherrill in New Jersey. What is most important when you are engaging young people is that you be yourself. Approaching the conversation with curiosity and openness will likely draw respect for the younger person. Like any other group of people, someone showing genuine interest in your opinion and experiences is disarming and rare, and that sentiment stands for young folks. Don't lecture young voters. The young and old like to be asked questions and know they are supported. Young voters respond to people who show up for them in real, tangible ways. Before asking them to take action, start by supporting the work they're already doing. Attend their events first. It shows respect and signals that you're not just there to recruit them. Offer rides to the polls or help with small but meaningful things like snacks, printing, or materials. Support the campus groups that are already organizing. They know their community best. And remember, the question isn't, what can young voters do for us? It's, how can we make voting easier, safer, and more accessible for them? Always lead with authenticity and curiosity. When young people need clear, simple information about how to vote, point them to the Voters of Tomorrow Voting Hub. It's designed by and for young voters, and it walks them through registration, deadlines, and how to cast a ballot in their state. Share the link, text it to them, or pull it up together on your phone. The easier we make the process, the more likely they are to follow through. Take a moment and think of one specific young person you'll see in the next few weeks. A neighbor, a niece or nephew, a coworker's kid, someone at the gym, someone in your community. Picture them. This work starts one conversation at a time, and it starts with someone you already know. Now think about the questions you can ask that open a real conversation. Not lectures, not pressure. These questions invite honesty and they build trust. That's the foundation of every effective youth voter conversation.